The Slippery Sneaker Show, a lesson in public humility. What's the difference between a stand-up comedian and someone with MS walking on a polished floor? Nothing. Both of us are desperately trying not to bomb. I learned this hard lesson on a Tuesday, the day my shoes decided to betray me in the most public way possible. One minute, I was feeling pretty good about myself, strutting through a mall in a pair of brand new, impossibly cool sneakers. They were sleek. They were stylish. They had the aerodynamic properties of a greased-up bowling ball. The next minute, they made contact with a freshly buffed tile floor, and my life turned into a slow-motion cartoon. It started with a little wobble. A tiny, almost imperceptible shift that only I could feel. My brain screamed, "Abort! Abort!" But my legs had other ideas. They launched into a frantic, uncoordinated dance that looked like a flamingo trying to solve a Rubik's Cube. A small hop to the left, a wild leg flail to the right. My arms pinwheeled like I was trying to signal a distant aircraft carrier. All of this unfolded under the curious, silent gaze of a small crowd that had gathered to watch the unscheduled performance. In that moment of pure, unadulterated panic, I did the only thing I could think of. I laughed. A big, loud, genuine laugh that shattered the tension and hid my fear. That laughter helped. So did a small, simple trick I'm going to share with you. My first and most important tip is deceptively simple. Plan for 1 extra minute. That's it. Just 60 seconds. Not an hour early, not a schedule overhaul. A micro adjustment that makes a macro difference. Before you walk down a flight of stairs, pause. Use that minute to grasp the railing firmly. Getting up from a chair in a busy restaurant? Wait. Let the initial head rush pass. Give your legs a second to remember their job. This tiny buffer is your secret weapon against the unexpected. People rarely notice. You're not holding anyone up. You're moving at a more deliberate, controlled pace. That minute is the difference between rushed and sure-footed. It can prevent a stumble, a deep breath that steadies you before a crowded sidewalk. Single minute, big return. Cheap, effective insurance. Next, what's on your feet? Good shoes matter more than you can imagine. After the Slippery Sneaker Show, I became a footwear connoisseur. Choose shoes with firm, supportive soles and serious grip. Function over fashion, though style-friendly options exist. Avoid notoriously slippery floors when you can. See a polished surface? Treat it like lava. Take another route. Carry grip enhancers, sticky shoe pads in my bag. They're cheap and slap onto a sole in seconds. At home, I wear socks with rubber grips. No Slip Home gives you baseline confidence when you leave the house. It all adds up. Let's reframe how we think about mobility aids. A cane is not just a medical device. It can be an accessory. It can be a part of your personal style. If you're going to use something to help you stay steady, you might as well make it your own. Find a cane or a walking stick that you actually like the look of. There are countless designs out there, from sleek and modern to rustic and wooden. Don't be afraid to customize it. Put a brightly colored ribbon on the handle. Find a cool bag that clips right onto it. Make it a conversation starter for all the right reasons. When you treat a functional item as a piece of your personal style, something interesting happens. People's perceptions shift. They are less likely to ask intrusive questions or offer pity, and more likely to see it as an extension of your personality. You project confidence. That confidence is a powerful tool. It not only helps calm your own nerves, but also puts the people around you at ease. You're not just someone who needs a cane, you're someone with a cool cane. Sometimes you just need a moment, and you need other people to give you the space to take it. For this, a short, rehearsed line is your best friend. You don't need to deliver a monologue about your entire medical history. A simple, clear sentence is all it takes. Something like, "Pardon me, I have MS and just need a second." Or a friendly, "I might move a little slowly, thanks for your patience." A brief, direct statement makes people instantly understanding and kind. It removes the awkwardness for both you and them. The key to making this work is to practice your line. Seriously. Say it to yourself in the mirror. Get comfortable with the words so they roll off your tongue easily when you need them. The first few times you say it to a stranger, it might feel a little weird, but it gets easier with every use. Having that phrase ready to go in your back pocket is like having a social superpower. It diffuses tension, creates a small bubble of safety around you, and allows you to handle a situation with grace instead of anxiety. It's a simple truth that you have to accept. You might move slower than other people. That is okay. You might need to take more breaks. That is also okay. The world is a big, bustling place, but you are allowed to move through it at your own pace. The most important conversation you'll have all day is the one you have with yourself. Be gentle. When you feel frustration bubbling up because you're lagging behind, counter it with a bit of kindness. You've got this. Slow and steady wins the race. Can help more than you think. This internal dialogue is your personal cheerleader. It's the voice that reminds you that your worth isn't measured by your speed. It's the voice that gives you permission to rest without guilt. It takes practice to build this habit, but consistently choosing a kind inner voice over a critical one will change how you experience being in public. The world is big enough for all kinds of paces, and yours is perfectly valid. You are not an inconvenience. You are just a person moving through your day. When something awkward does happen, and it will, you have a choice. You can let it become a crisis, or you can frame it as a story. Whenever I think about my shoe incident, I don't call it that time I almost fell and embarrassed myself at the mall. I call it the slippery sneaker show. Giving it a funny, slightly dramatic title makes it less traumatic and more amusing. When you tell the story that way, people laugh with you, not at you. They relax, and in turn, you relax. A little joke can deflate a tense moment. Of course, you don't always have to be a comedian. If you're not in the mood to make a joke, a calm, simple smile can work wonders too. A smile communicates that you're okay and that the situation is under control, even if you just stumbled. The goal is to end the awkward moment as quickly as possible and move on. By keeping the story small and simple, through humor, a quiet smile, you maintain control of the narrative. It's your moment, your story. You get to decide how it's told. So there you have it. A few of the hard-won lessons I've learned from navigating the world with a body that sometimes has a mind of its own. These aren't magic cures. They're practical, real-world tools that helped me. If you found any of these tips helpful, please hit that like button. Planning, pacing, handling those awkward public moments. Consider subscribing to the channel. It honestly helps a ton. Every like and subscriber tells me this content matters. Hit that little bell icon to get notifications. I'll share more, specific props I use, a full breakdown of my go bag. Thank you. Your support means a lot. Next up, travel. Essential travel tips for anyone with MS. My ultimate packing list. How I pack my shoes, how I manage medications on the road, finding accessible accommodations, small hacks that save time and energy when you're away. Be sure to come back for that.